Namaste. So we're going to start with a little bit of pranayama. We're going to do 3 inhales and exhale through the mouth, so with a sigh, and make it as loud as you want to. Just let that breath be completely out. I think that give me a moment, because I think that Karen locked herself out. So close your eyes. And inhale deeply, inflating your belly, your ribs, your collarbone. And exhale with a sigh. Inhale. And sigh. One more inhale. And lovely. Now breathe normally. Trying to focus on letting the inhale and the exhale be deep. And see if you can pause between the inhale and the exhale. Inhale and pause. And exhale and pause. Inhale and pause. And exhale. And pause on the full exhale. Good. And open your eyes. Now we're going to use the same breath with our warm-up. And what we're going to do is to pause for as long as is comfortable, just to feel that emptiness of the lungs. So if you need to go a bit faster or slower to what I'm doing, feel free to do that. Kathy and Phil, you might have to struggle yourselves, because we're going to go side to side and go into a twist. So inhale, bring your arms up. Look towards the hands, fill your lungs. Exhale, opposite hand to knee. Looking over your shoulder, expanding the spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, opposite hand to knee. Inhale. We're going to do it again. Exhale, opposite hand to knee. When you need to inhale, bring your arms up and go to the other side. Inhale, we're going to go side to side. Remember that you're doing it at your own pace. Side, stretching the side body and holding the exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale to the other side. Once more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands behind and look up. Don't drop the head. Just extending your chest and your neck. When you need to inhale again, bring your arms forwards and arch your back. Inhaling. Exhale, arms up and behind you, opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, forwards. Inhale. And exhale, hands to center. Keep your eyes closed. Breathe normally. And you might have noticed that with getting used to holding the breath, you will get a longer period of time where you don't need to straight away inhale. Good. Open your eyes and bring your legs wide. If sitting with your legs wide makes your back arch like this, then your legs need to be either a little bit closer to each other, or you can fold the mat a couple of times and sit your sitting bones in there so that you feel your sitting bones, your lower back is a little bit arched and your back can be straight. That's it, good. So we're going to start moving the legs inwards. It might not be a lot of movement. Karen, go gentle with your hips. You can have the legs even this far. So you're moving your toes in. Just feeling how the legs move inside your hips. You can have your hands over your thighs. Just feeling that movement. Good. Lovely. Now flex and point. Flex and point. Good. Keep the feet flexed. And imagine that you have a big stirring spoon in your hand. And we stir it, stir it, stir it. Very good. That's it, Jessica. Go towards the food and all the way around. Good. And change direction. And imagine what you're putting in this pot. Maybe we're making a pot of gratitude. And every time the pot gets hotter and hotter, the steam of gratitude evaporates and reaches the people and the things that we're grateful for. Lovely. So now bring your feet onto the floor, still with your legs open. Your feet are firmly on the floor. If you need to have the feet closer in, you can. Bring your hands to hold onto your ankles. And push your knees in as you push your elbows out. So there is a little fight here happening between your arms and your legs. But nobody's winning. You are finding that perfect, even balance in between. Now, if you're doing it right, you will start shaking because your knees are pulling in and your elbows are pulling out. Pelvic floor in and up. Now, can you maintain that connection on the right side as you release the left arm, reach towards your right wrist, and bring it across and up. Breathe deeply, opening up. And let's do it twice more. Hands to your wrist and bring it across and up. One more, hand to wrist, bring it up. And release. You can shake those legs a little bit. If you are doing it right, you will feel it on the inner thigh. You will feel the shoulders working. You will feel the sides of the body that you are stretching, getting a nice stretch. Let's try the other side. So first of all, push in, knees go in, elbows go out. No movement is apparent, but a lot of activity is happening. And relax. Twice more. So you are here, we are strengthening the stabilizers outside the hips. Inhale deeply and push it in and push it out. Knees in, elbows out. Lovely. And relax. One more, and from there we're going to keep the left side engaged and do our 3 upper body rotations. Inhale, push it in, hold, let go of the right, bring the right hand to the right wrist, and open up for 1, bring it back, and keep that tension happening on your left knee and left arm for 2. 1 more, bring it round for 3, and release. Shake your legs, rotate your feet. Lovely. So now have your feet closer to each other and do the same as before, tapping your toes and letting go. Great. So there are a lot of things that we do in yoga where we need that pressure. It's a bit like martial arts or dancing. If you are trying to use the muscles of the body by themselves, you will be making more effort and not using all of the resources that you have. So let's come into all fours, please. Bring your legs to one side and come into all fours. Let that hip release. Allow the hip to sway side to side. And make circles. Change in direction. Lovely. Good. So we're going to bring the forearms onto the ground. Middle finger is pointing forwards. From here, I just want to invite you to push your back up into a cat stretch and release cow stretch. So your elbows are on the floor. We are not tasking our wrists. So bring it up and open. 2 more, bring it up, pushing the elbows, the forearms onto the floor. And open up. And bring it back to center. Now we're going to bring one leg back. So you can start with your right leg. Bring it in, nose to knee. As you exhale, inhale, expand. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, expand. And bring it in. Expand. Keep the leg out. Point and flex that foot. And then point the foot and make circles with your right leg in one direction, keeping your core engaged. And change direction. Yes, that's it. Keep the leg straight and your chest is up. And release. Come into a child's pose just for a little rest. You can have your fingertips on the floor. Stretch your arms, stretch your elbows, stretch your forearms. Good. Come onto your shins. Let me show you something. So some of you were letting go of your upper body a little bit. When you're here, although we're moving the legs, your ribs and your belly should be engaged. So if I'm doing this, yes, I can do it and kick my flowers. But what I want you to try and do is to push up and have your belly engaged. If you find that having your chest so close to the ground is too much for you, you can have 2 blocks underneath your forearms. But this is not just to relax the hands. We are doing this to have that awareness of the muscles on the sides of the body, the pectoral muscles and the abdominal muscles. So if you have your forearms here and you bring your leg out and in, hopefully you can see that this is one version. If I let go, this is what's happening. And the hip is going all over the place. So make sure that you're pushing, you're keeping the integrity of the pose on your upper body. You're pushing your elbows down, okay? If it feels too sore on the forearms to rest on the floor, then you can fold the mat. You only need half a mat, so you can have the mat folded and you get your knees protected and your forearms protected. Let's do it. Try it out. This is why we did cat-cow, so you can feel your body expanding and expanding the other way. Feel the difference between the cat stretch and the cow stretch. Good, one more. So cat-cow on our forearms. Then push the hands on the floor, engage your abdomen, engage your shoulders, and bring your left leg in and out. When you bring it in, you exhale, nose to knee. Out, inhale. In, exhale. Out, inhale. In, exhale. Out, inhale. Point and flex. Point and flex. The foot with the leg extended, point and flex. And then make small circles with the whole leg. That's it, very good. Small circles, Karen, not too big. Small on the other direction. Yes, lovely. And release, fingertips on the floor, forehead on the ground, breathe deeply. Great. And bring yourselves back onto your shins into hero's pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, opposite hand to knee. Hold the exhale. See how it fares. Maybe bring the arm out if it feels okay. Kathy, make sure that you're not turning your hand with the palm up. Palm is out, facing forwards. That's it, good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, opposite hand to knee, opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fingertips by the sides of your knees. Tuck your toes under and come into Uttanasana, forward fold. And rolling up into standing. Bring your arms around and up. Exhale, hands to center. Good. We're going to do a sequence, adding some of the elements that we have used in here. If it gets too much, instead of plank, you will do all fours and just adapt it to whatever is available to you. Come to the fronts of the mats. Jessica, you look like if you're standing on the table now. That's all good. Have your feet either together or hip distance. Just feel around your hips. When your feet are together, maybe your lower back arches a little bit more. If you want to know your hip distance, you bring your heel to the arch of the foot, and where the ball of the foot is, that is exactly your hip distance. You can also check it out by bending your knees from when you're standing And you should be able to see just your big toe and your little toes are covered by your knees. Good. Make sure not to overextend the knees or the hips. This is fluid and soft. Inhale, arms up. This is like a salutation. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, fingertips by the sides of your feet. Bring your right leg back into a low lunge. Good. Hands onto the floor, left leg back into plank. Lovely. Knees onto the ground. Lower your chest, chaturanga. Belly's on the floor, hands by either side of your chest. Shoulders back and down, cobra, elbows in. Exhale, release down. Tap your toes. And come into this position with your forearms onto the floor, knees onto the ground. Push your back. Relax your toes and bring your right leg out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Now keep it out. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Rotate the foot. Rotate the leg in one direction and on the other direction. Good. Now see if you can keep the leg up as you push your hands onto the floor, pushing your chest opening, focusing on the space between your thumbs. And exhale, release the leg. Bring yourselves up into dolphin. So forearms are still on the floor. Your legs are extended. If you feel strong this morning, look towards your hands and straighten your arms, coming from dolphin into down dog. Inhale, look towards your hands, lift your heels, bend your knees. Step or jump, flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. We're going to do it all on the other side. Just feel how your right and left are feeling. Reset your body by shaking a little bit. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. Inhale, hands onto your shins. Flatten your back, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, hands by the sides of your feet. Bring your left leg back this time. Just your left leg. You're in a low lunge. Push your back heel away. Very good. Very good, Andrew. Make sure that your neck is strong. Not dropping. Continuing the line of your spine. Right leg back into plank. Knees onto the floor. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, push your hands onto the floor. Shoulders back and down, cobra. Exhale. Come into all fours. You can tuck your toes under to give you a bit more support. Forearms on the ground. Engage your ribs, engage your belly, as if your ribs were knitting towards each other. Relax your toes and your left leg comes in and out. In on the exhale, out on the inhale. In on the exhale, out on the inhale. In and out. Keep it out and rotate your toes, your foot in one direction and the other direction. And then the whole leg rotates in one direction and on the other direction. Good. Release your knee, tag your toes, push up into downward facing dog. No, not down dog. Dolphin, forearms still on the floor. Push your hands, push your forearms. Look towards your hands. If you feel strong, come up into down dog. If you don't, then you can have your knees on the floor and come into down dog that way. Inhale, look towards the hands, lift your heels, bend your knees, step or jump. Flat back, exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. release. Good. And we're going to come onto the ground. I'm aware that it's already near the ending time. Come onto your balls of the feet and into a squat and release down. You might want to be seated. You might want to take a couple of minutes lying down. If you need to go on the hour, you can. But if you can afford a few more minutes of Shavasana, it is one of the most important poses of this class. So if you're seated, just close your eyes and inhale and exhale. Give yourselves a little smile. We've done well. You can join me on 3 Oms and Shantis to finish the class, or you can just listen. If you're lying down, you can do it from lying down. You don't need to come up. Inhale to begin. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Put your palms together, rub your palms. Make the movement a little faster. And place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest and bow your head. Namaste. Give yourselves a little clap. I hope you enjoyed that. Well done.